Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss before you the chapter taken from chemistry class 7, matter and its composition. Before we go for discussion, we should know about some of the terms related to it. First one is the matter, second one mass, and then third one is the volume. Now, according to the definition of matter, anything which occupies space, has mass and can be perceived by our senses, we call that one matter. Mass is the quantity of matter that a body contained in it, and the volume is the space occupied by the matter. We call that one volume. Now we are going to just confirm it that matter occupies space and has mass. For demonstrating it, we have taken a glass, I have taken some water in it, and I have put a mark with a marker which contains some water. Now to this one I am going to add some pebble just to confirm that the pebble is a matter. When we add pebble in it, and we'll see the level of water where it has gone. What we find that after adding the pebble in the glass, the level of water has increased. There is a change in the level of increase in the level. So this increase in the level of water is because of the pebbles we have added. Not only that, now if you compare the mass of this total glass and water earlier and with pebble, the mass has become more. These two things confirms that matter occupies space and matter has got mass. Now we are going to perform some more experiment to confirm about these properties. Now next one is the composition of matter. Composition and characteristics of the matter. Now composition of matter, suppose I have got a piece of paper here, and if I tear it into small pieces, we'll find the smallest possible small piece we are able to get in any way physically. That is the smallest particle of matter. We call it molecule. So if you break a matter in the smallest unit which exhibits all the properties of matter, we call that one molecule. So molecule is the smallest particle which has all the property of matter in it. But still this can be broken down to more smaller part, because we know that this paper is made up of wood, and this wood is made by the plant by the process of photosynthesis, when they have used carbon dioxide and water and they have prepared it. That means this wood contains carbon, this wood contains oxygen, this wood contains hydrogen. So the smallest particle which a matter is made up of, smallest particle, though if you break it it will lose its property, that smallest particle is called its atom. The atom may not have independent existence, because we know that if you break it, then we will not get food. If you break water, this water is available here. If I break this chemically water, I know that water is made up of two particles of two atoms, of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So this is the composition of water. If I chemically break it, this hydrogen and oxygen get separated from one another, it will not be having the property of water. It will become simply two different elements. So smallest particle which has got free existence, we call that one molecule. And the smallest the smallest particle of the matter is atom. This confirms that the material we find around ourselves are of two types. If all particles which are composing it are all alike, as you can see here, all these matters are made up of, this matter is made up of only hydrogen I have taken as a symbol, so it is an element. This hydrogen, oxygen is there, so it is also an element. Sodium is also an element. But when they combine chemically to make a new compound material, it is a molecule. Similarly, we know about carbon dioxide. When two oxygen combines to make one molecule of carbon dioxide, one carbon and two oxygen, it's a molecule. But it is a molecule of a compound. Whereas all these are the elements. Atoms of element cannot exist alone. So they also form the group. They are also found in the group of 2 or 3 or sometimes 1. So it is a molecule of hydrogen. Similarly, we can have O2, the molecule of oxygen. We can get it here. Now going forward to see